Blessings and welcome to the path to freedom and the power of prayer. My name is Daniel Roquillo, and as always, I'm deeply grateful and honored that you are choosing to join me, that you are choosing to allow yourself to be set free. Because that is what this path is about. It is about us setting ourselves free from the small, the limited, setting ourselves free to be in joy, and not only joy, but ever expanding joy and harmony and wholeness and abundance and peace and beauty and all of these beautiful qualities, regardless of conditions, regardless of circumstances, regardless of anything that we've ever done, regardless of everything, because these are who and what we are. So as we keep moving along this beautiful path, more and more and more of that which we already are is being set free, is being released, is being revealed within us, from within us. So today we are moving into prayer, and the theme for this particular prayer is love is. For those of you who may not have joined me in a prayer session before, I just briefly want to speak to this modality of prayer. It is called the six-step spiritual mind treatment, or the six-step-affirmative prayer, or affirmative prayer, or scientific prayer. And this is not where we ask or beseech or beg or plead with some external deity to give us anything, but this is where we move ourselves, we treat our own minds, we move ourselves into the knowing and feeling that all is well, that the good that we desire, that it is already here, that it's already given. So we're not asking for the world to give us anything, but we are allowing for that which is already here to emerge from within us. That is what this kind of prayer is about. And so in this moment, I invite us to make ourselves comfortable, whatever that means to us. I invite us to close our eyes, and as always, I invite us to put a smile on our faces. And even the smiling, that is a prayer in and of itself, because when we smile, the body takes that to mean that all is well. So the mere act of smiling releases tonic and good for the body chemicals in the body. So we're moving ourselves into the vibration of all being well just by smiling. So that's a beautiful way to start. But continuing on into gratitude. Oh my goodness. How grateful I am for my life. How profoundly grateful I am that I, all these years ago, was guided to begin to move along this beautiful path. I was actually kicked onto this path. And how grateful am I for that one moment in time, and for my saying yes to it. For my saying yes to it, and for the continuous yes that I'm being invited to say. How grateful am I for this beautiful path where I get to know more and more and more and more and more and more of peace, of love, of joy, of harmony, wholeness, abundance, beauty, that I get to serve. How grateful am I that I get to serve, that I get to be a beneficial presence, that I get to be a humble servant and instrument of God, of Spirit. And in this particular moment, I'm grateful that I get to speak the word for and with you. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whenever you are, I'm so grateful that you're choosing to join me. I'm so grateful that you're choosing to tune into this space. That you're giving yourself permission to expand your consciousness and raise your vibration. For that, yes, I am profoundly grateful. I am so grateful. And from this space of gratitude, I know and I feel and I recognize God as the one mind, the one power, the one source of everything, a loving presence, the one life, the one peace, the one love, the one intelligence. And we can call this the one by many names. We can use the word God, we can use the word the universe, we can use the word spirit, or life with a capital L, or infinite intelligence, or divine matrix, or the unified field, or energy. But regardless of what we call it, it is still the one. It is still it. It is still the it there is, all there is. That is every star. That is every snowflake. That is every single grain of sand. That is every molecule. That is every sound. That is the stillness. That is the sky. That is the stars. That is the clouds. That is the wind. That is every part of our bodies. That is every word. That there's no place where we can ever go where God is not fully present, because God is all places. There's no space we can ever be where God is not fully present, because God is every space. God is every single one of us. Infinite love, infinite peace, infinite joy, infinite harmony, wholeness, abundance, beauty, all fully expressed in every space and place, because God cannot ever diminish itself. God cannot ever contradict itself. Spirit cannot ever go against itself. But wherever God is, all of God is. And as God is all there is, it means that all of God is everywhere. This loving presence is boundless, limitless, eternal, infinite, always for itself. Always for itself, always seeking to be revealed in ever greater and grander ways, always seeking to come into ever greater and grander expressions of itself. And this loving presence, it is always expressing itself perfectly. There are no mistakes in God. There are no random acts in spirit. There is only perfection. Divine and perfect timing, divine and perfect action happening always, always, always. And this we are one with. All of this we are one with. Being unique, perfect, whole, and complete emanations, expressions of the one mind, the one power, the one love, the one life. God with skin. God with flesh. Each and every single one of us is God, being itself, doing itself, expressing itself, ising itself in us and through us. There truly is no separation anywhere in God. There are no dualities. There are no opposites in God. There is only absolute unity. There is only absolute oneness. Just like the wave is always one with the ocean, just like the sunbeam is always one with the sun, so are we always one with God. Whether we can see it or not makes no difference at all. Whether we can feel it or not is inconsequential. Whether we can know it or not is irrelevant. It is still so, always and forever. And so from this awareness that we and God are one, I know that we are blessed. I affirm that we are blessed. Blessed beyond imagination, blessed beyond anything that we ever experienced before. As God is progressive, as God is always in a state of expansion, the love that God is, it is right here where we are. It is who and what we are. The love that is so beautifully expressed by the sun. The sun sitting in the sky. It's not really sitting, but that's the way the words flow through me. Sitting in the sky, giving and sharing of its gifts, of its warmth, of its luminosity. It shines on the just and the unjust alike. The sun has no care as to whoever receives its love. It has no care as to what anyone says about it, what anyone thinks of it. But it gives and it gives and it gives unceasingly, unendingly. That is the love of Spirit, expressed in such a beautiful way. There is no withhold in God. There is no conditions in God. But God is saying to each and every single one of us, you are my beloved, and in you I am well pleased. And as God and we are one, and as God is continuously, eternally seeking to come into ever greater and grander expressions in and as and through every one of us, we are abundantly and beautifully provided for, sourced, fueled, funded, just like that lily on the field, just like all of nature, needing not to spin, needing not to toil or struggle or effort, and yet it is so beautifully sourced, fueled, funded. That love is right here, regardless of whether we know it or not. We may be holding on to and entertaining thought forms bespeaking of us not being enough, of us being a mistake, of us not being worthy of appreciation, worthy of love, worthy of whatever. But God knows. God knows that as we are one, we are its beloved. God is very, very, very well pleased with every single one of us. Love is not something that is earned. Love is not something that we need to qualify ourselves for. But love is freely given in every single moment. Every single one of us is enough. The ego may be objecting, the ego may be telling stories about us not being enough. These are just stories. These are just beliefs. They have nothing to do with the truth and the reality. The capital T and capital R. They have nothing to do with spirit. They have nothing to do with us. They're just well-rehearsed fantasies. We are enough. Every single one of us in every single moment. Just like every single rose is enough. Just like every single worm is enough. Mosquito is enough. Snowflake is enough. Raindrop is enough. Every mountain is enough. Every tree is enough. So are we. So are you. So am I. Enough. There's no place nor space where you can ever be or go when you are not enough. There's no moment in time when you are not worthy of being loved. God is who and what you are. And God is love, so therefore you are love. And you're always, always, always eternally sourced, fueled, and funded. You're not missing anything. You're not lacking anything. If you were, that would mean that God had the ability to not be itself. But God cannot be anything but itself. It cannot contradict itself. It cannot go against itself. It cannot diminish itself. It cannot compromise its nature. So wherever you go, wherever you are enough and you have enough. Love is at the core of your being. Love is the truth and the essence of who and what you are. Love is all around you. Love is embracing you. Love is cradling you. Love is carrying you, surrounding you in this moment, in every single moment. The unconditional, the agendaless love of spirit is always, it is who and what you are. It is right where you are, right smack in the middle of who and what you are. So all is well. I know it. I know. I'm not denying experiences. I'm not denying seeming hardships. I'm not denying challenges. I'm not denying that there's pain and suffering. But what I know to be true, right where you are, right about who you are, is that all is well. Is that something wonderful is happening. Is that everything is working for the highest good. God is, you are, God is. There is no separation, there is no difference, there is no division, there is no diminishment. There is only God being itself in us and through you, ising itself, doing itself in us and through you. That you are such a beautiful, magnificent, and powerful expression of the one mind. Anything else, anything less would be God not being itself. And God cannot not be itself. Such beauty is where you are. Such light is who you are. Such love is what you are. You're here to shine it. You're here to give it. You're here to glow it. You're here to radiate it. The love and the light that you are. The love and the light that you are. The love and the light that you are. Everything and anything that is not in alignment with this. Everything and anything that does not serve the light and the love that you are is now dissolved. It is now transmuted into the nothingness from which it came. To reveal more of the light that you are. To reveal more of the love that you are. With ease and grace. as the highest possibility for you and your life already exists in the infinite mind of Spirit. It is already there. It's already done. And this highest expression, as it is God's will that this highest expression come into fruition, come into manifestation, everything is working for your highest good. And the manifestation, the demonstration is happening now. It is happening now. For this and so much more, I give thanks, knowing that it is happening now, knowing that it is done and it is happening now. It is done, it is happening now. It is done, it is happening now. It is done, it is happening now with ease and grace. In, as, and through you in such a beautiful, magnificent, and powerful way. And I let it. I surrender to this doneness. I allow the isness of this word to demonstrate and manifest itself here in this dimension. And I know that it is happening in, as, and through you, and it is happening with ease and grace. So it is, so be it, so shall it be. So you are, so God is, because you are one. Because we are one. Amen. Amin. Ashe. Aho. Hotep. Shalom. Salam. And hallelujah. Thank you so much for tuning in, for participating. Until we meet again, I absolutely, as always, bless all of our days, and I bless all of our ways. With much love, many blessings. Namaste.